fun up here. All right. So you guys are getting a chance to meet my son Maddox. Maddox, he's not a baseball player, not yet. Anyway, all I know is that he's around the game. He's going to be around the game long enough to decide whether or not he wants to play. He's a basketball guy. He loves playing basketball. That's all he talks about. But from time to time, we'll come in the cage. We'll do some goofing around with hitting and throwing, and he'll get enthusiastic about it. But, more than anything, this message here is for coaches that are coaching young players. And it's not a bad thing for older guys either, but specifically for those guys that are handling very, very young kids, probably about that anywhere from ages 4 to about 10, those stages, or a guy that's just starting out playing baseball. What's important for me is that whenever I get with him and whenever we do anything baseball related, a very new skill, something that he's totally green to, whenever you're dealing with young kids, try to give them tangible things and make sure that you're not using a lot of jargon. So I'm very, very clear in what we talk about. And the first thing that I always start with when I have younger players, especially for a kid like him, is get him a foundation. And when I say a foundation, I mean that literally, not just what is going to be the basis of him, growing and sprouting as a hitter, but literally give him a foundation. The first thing I typically see wrong with younger kids, they can find their way into the box. He doesn't really know his way around the box. But a lot of kids that have been around the game, even though they haven't played it, they know how to get in the box and address the plate correctly, but they don't know how to keep their feet set. Okay? So the first thing we did, we set a tangible goal. We're going to come in, we're going to take 50 swings, period. That's going to happen. The second thing, I wanted to make sure that his feet got in the same spot consistently. I wanted to make sure that his knees were bent, his butt is poked out. That's more subjective, but making sure that his feet are in the right spot, I can get control of that. And let me show you what I did. I used these guys right here. Just a couple Abe Lincolns, all right? Very simple. Here and here. I made sure they were always on a straight line. He has tangible evidence as to where his little feet should be. That's a great key for little kids. Put them where you want them to be until it becomes automatic. So whenever he got to the plate, he had to find these pennies, put his feet directly over those, and that's where he had to start his swing from. One foot on that, and one foot on that, consistently. Until you stand. On that one, one foot on that one.
Where you can find his money?
Say what?
Where you can find his money?
That's all I can find. That's the best thing I could find. Let me put foot out. Make sure that front foot is straight. There you go. Good. Now, as guys start to get older, the problem becomes a little bit different. It's not so much of finding their way into the box. It's in between swings, are their feet shifted? A lot of guys that I watch swing, they'll either start drifting open or they'll start drifting closed. Just make sure that they're staying consistent, because what this does, this is being neutral to the pitcher is the most basic position they can be in. A lot of adjustments have to be made in the swing for a guy to hit with a closed stance or for a guy to hit with an open stance. Keep it simple. Make sure that guys are working from a neutral stance. Younger hitters, make sure that we start them with tangible evidence. It doesn't have to be pennies. For me, that was just something creative that I came up with that I know it's going to stay flat. He can keep his feet on top of it and he can find it easily. But make sure it's something simple. A big reason why I didn't use like a plank or a board or put down something straight in front of him, because that's still kind of subjective. If he puts that, some hitters will put a bat down and then put something flat down and it'll still be crooked. I don't want it to be crooked. I want to use my eye. It's not what they think, it's what I think is straight. And if I wanted to be spot on every time, I felt that it was best that I use those pennies. And it worked out. All right? So give them tangible evidence. Older guys, make sure after you hit, get back to where your feet need to be consistently when you first stepped in the box so that you can produce consistent swings.